welcome to this week's Story Time with Miss Steph. I'm actually sitting here on a lake in North Carolina. This is a very special lake to my family and I, and we are here, so I thought, why not do story time from this gorgeous spot? There's lots of wildlife here. We saw a deer earlier, and a little snake just swam by. It must have been a little water snake. But we're gonna read this book. It's called Swim, Little Wombat, Swim. And it's about a wombat and a platypus. Here we go. Little Wombat was looking for apples. "Hello," said a funny squeaky voice. Wombat spun around. "Hello, I'm Wombat. Who are you?" "I'm Platypus," said a funny fuzzy face. Then, with a funny shuffle walk, Platypus waddled to the pond and disappeared. Kerplunk. "Platypus," little Wombat giggled. "Platypus." He tried to waddle too. He giggled and waddled, shuffled and chuckled, nearer and nearer to the water's edge. Uh-oh. Ker! Splash! Little Wombat sank like a stone. There he goes, into the little lake. In a flash, Platypus darted towards him. Before he knew it, Wombat was at the surface and safely out of the water. "Thank you, Platypus," he spluttered. He wished he hadn't laughed at his new friend. "How did you learn to swim like that?" "It's easy," Platypus smiled. "I'll teach you." First, little Wombat had to hold onto the edge and kick his legs as hard as he could. Then he used a log as a float, and he splashed all around the pond. He splashed and kicked until he was worn out. "Time for lunch," said Platypus. Little Wombat munched on a juicy red apple, and Platypus munched on a handful of shrimps. "Never swam on a full tummy," said Platypus, so they snoozed in the shade for an hour. Oh, taking a little nap. That afternoon, little Wombat learned to paddle like a dog and dive like a frog. Then through all the splashing, little Wombat heard his name being called. Rabbit and Koala had come to see what he had been doing all day. Little Wombat beamed. "Platypus taught me to swim. Come on, Platypus, let's have a race." "Wombat, Wombat," Koala and Rabbit cheered him on. "Look at them go." "No, not Wombat." Little Wombat grinned at his new friend. "Wombat-a-puss, Wombat-a-puss." They are best friends. That is a sweet story about two friends in a pond, just like this one. So let's take a look. What do we see? Can we see anything swimming in the pond? I'm gonna look over here. Oh, can we get a picture of that? There's a salamander right there. And here's another little salamander right there. They're fun to catch. We catch them in the net. Here's one down over here, right at the edge of the pond. Hello, little salamander. Do you know Wombat and Platypus? There's one. He's coming up to say hi. Hi, little guy. Did you enjoy the story time? Huh? Oh, they're all coming. Here comes another one out there, coming in. Well, that was this week's story time. Now we're going to go in and do a little craft. Let's go. So that was so fun. I'm glad I got to read a little book to you on the lake. A very special spot for my family and I. And one of the creatures we did not see was a turtle. And there are lots of turtles in that lake. So I thought, how much fun to make our very own little turtle. And of course, who do I need to help me is my friend Lloyd, the turtle. He's back. Say hi, everyone. So Lloyd, I'm gonna put you here, and hopefully you stay, but we'll take care of that. In the meantime, what we'll need for this little craft is one paper plate. I just have one of these Dixie plates. I'm gonna use that. You're gonna need some paper, different colored greens and yellow construction paper or tissue paper. I had some tissue paper. And then for the feet and the head, oops, we lost an eye there. We're gonna need some construction paper. and scissors, glue sticks, tape, and a pencil. And I have googly eyes, but you don't necessarily need googly eyes. You can just draw some eyes in or cut some out with some more construction paper. So essentially you just take your piece of construction paper and you fold it into 4, like that. And then what we're gonna do is we are going to make the feet and the head. So we're gonna make a long one for the feet. This is our foot here. And then a fat one for the head here. And then on this side here, we just need a little tail. So that's what we're gonna do there. And then what we'll do is we'll just cut those out. We only need 1 head, but we're gonna get 4, but that's okay. There. And then the feet you're making them a little bit longer than they would actually be because we need some room. What do you say, Lloyd? And you just snip the bottom of it where it was folded. And then the same with the head. We're gonna cut one of these for the head, right? And then here's our little tail. We are going to cut one here for the tail. And that's our tail. So now that we have all of those pieces, our feet, our head, and our tail, we take our plate, and we're gonna get those on right away. So you turn the plate to the side that has the lip on it, so the side is up. And you go ahead and you take your tape up. Lloyd, come back, Lloyd. Lloyd's leaving. And you go ahead and you tape the head on like that. We're gonna get that little head on right there. A little bit more tape on there. Just like that. Okay. And then we're gonna go ahead and stick the 4 feet on. Just like that. So here we go. 4 feet are going into the spot where a turtle would have the 4 feet hanging off the side. Just like Lloyd's 4 feet. You see 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's your little head, Lloyd? So we're getting our feet on to the little sides. It might need an extra piece of tape here and there. So we'll get another one on here. And another one on here. And you don't have to use green. Lloyd's feet are brown. Brown might look really cute coming off. And then if you see Lloyd has his little tail there, Lloyd, show them your tail. Of course you stick it back up. You see Lloyd's little tail? So this is gonna be our little tail. Oh, look, he's really coming out. All right, well, I'm gonna put you down so I can tape our tail on. Okay, so now that we've got, I'm just gonna give the head a little bit more tape on the sides to hold it down. So now look, we have our turtle ready to go, but what's missing? The shell. See, Lloyd has all these nice colors. Oops, he doesn't like it. We're gonna try to make this very decorative. So what we do is, we're not gonna use tape for this. You take your glue sticks. This is where the glue sticks come in handy. And you just rub it in a section of the plate. And then I went ahead and cut up some little pieces of paper. But you just take any construction paper or tissue and you just cut little shapes out of it. That's what I did here. So you can see these little shapes. And now what I'm doing is I'm just sticking all the different colors onto the turtle's back. So what we would essentially do is go all the way around the turtle's back. And one of the last steps is you would put the eyes on. You could color your eyes. You take a little glue, put it on the back. Some googly eyes have stickers. I'm just gonna do this. So I'm gonna pop those on and pop these on like that. Happy, happy. And we're almost done with our turtle here, but just to give you the finished product, this is what my other finished turtle looks like. I'm gonna finish this one in a little bit with Lloyd. So yeah, see that? 2 turtles, happy turtles. So that's it for this week's story time with Miss Steph. Lloyd and I would like to say, we hope everyone is safe and healthy, And we look forward to seeing you next week. Bye!